Good morning. For some reason, it wants me to hold you this way today.
It's to say you don't normally.
No. I think if you start off in a certain way, then you have to keep it that way, and I accidentally. So, good morning. We'll just do it like this so you can see him too.
They don't want to see me.
This is the first Sunday of 2023,
Yeah.
and it's a beautiful day here in Texas. But yeah, it's going to be 70 today. So we are happy about that. We had 20s last, a week or so ago. Now we have 70, so that's what Texas is all about. But anyway, starting off the new year right, going to church this morning. So we've had a really busy couple last weeks. We haven't actually gone live in a couple of weeks, so maybe 2 or 3 weeks. But I'll be glad when everything kind of goes back to everyday life, because it's all the food, all the busyness, just all that. We're going to slow down and get back in our groove, and I kind of like a scheduled. I do the same thing. I'm pretty much a creature of habit. I like to kind of do the same thing every day. That's just me. I get up a certain time. I do certain things pretty much every day. So anyway, but Happy New Year.
Some of those people may think that we're mad at them. Some of our followers may think that we're mad at them.
Well,
because we ain't talked to them all year.
Yeah, we're not mad at you. I've seen a lot of people say stuff like that. So one of your fishing people that you follow said, I'm retiring from fishing. I'm not going to be fishing anymore until 2023.
Right on.
I can't remember, Mike
and Ellie.
Yeah, whoever that is. We went to a fishing thing one time down at the.
We didn't see him though. He wasn't.
We didn't. Maybe it wasn't him. I don't know. It was one of them.
Parker or Bill Dance. I like what he said is fishing. What did he say is fishing is only a habit if you're trying to quit. He gave some good New Year's advice this year. He said if your wife is mad at you, just go buy a new rod and reel. She'll still be mad at you, but you'll have a new rod and reel. I thought that was some of the best advice I'd ever heard.
Yeah. I don't know if I can see comments like this. Let me see if I can see them on there. This other one.
Can you scroll up? No. What'd you do?
I don't know. Live chat.
We may not even be live.
We are.
Oh.
We got 11 people on here. Oh, there we go. There we go. Sarah's saying hello. Good morning, Sarah.
You know that I was seeing this morning, they was having a New Year's sale down at the Lego store. There's people standing in line for blocks.
He loves his dad jokes. The kids hate him. Our daughter-in-law Kennedy, she usually comes back with one. But anyway, they're in Alabama. We've been having to cat sit. Well, they're not at our house. They have 2 cats. And they went to Alabama to have Christmas with her family. They're supposed to be back in a couple days. And we've been going over there every single day. They've got 2 kitty cats. We've got 2 grand cats, I guess you would say.
You do. I don't.
Way, his name is Waylon. They named him after Waylon Jennings. And his name's Waylon, but we call him Way. So Way, and then Fuzzy.
Well, the reason why they named him that because he's solid black.
Yeah, they're both solid black. And Fuzzy is long-haired. He's a long-haired cat. And she only wanted the one cat, but the little kitten, where she went home, she got Way from home back in Alabama, brought him home. Well, then they went back to Alabama another time, and this little kitten had crawled up on top of the tire and somehow fell up into the car fender. And they kept hearing a meow on the way home. They're like, we have got a cat in this car somewhere. And they were tearing the car apart trying to find it. And when they got home, Christopher took the fender off, and that little kitten was in there. And he was only not old enough to be away from his mama. This was another litter from Way. And she had to bottle feed that cat for a couple weeks. And so that cat's really, really attached, especially Christopher. So anyway, but we've been going over there every day and feeding these cats. They're spoiled rotten. But anyway, they're getting into everything. They've got all the toilet paper. They made all the toilet paper go off the row. They're just being bad. So they're probably going to get whippings when they get home. Let's see what else y'all are saying. Good morning. How are you guys on this fine day? We have a kitty too. Her name is Scarlet. Oh yeah, we love those. We only have outside cats at our house. We have Cash, our little dog, but that's it. But anyway, did y'all have a good Christmas? We did. We had a wonderful Christmas.
Got all the decorations put up?
Yes, I'm kind of the type that I like to have
it out for 2 months and take it down the next day.
I put mine out in November, early November. And I do like fall decorations, but I do those in the end of August. So I enjoy those for a long time, and then I put the Christmas out, and I like them for about 2 months. But as soon as Christmas is over, I want them out of there because I'm already tired of them. And then the house always looks so kind of empty because I don't know, looks light and fresh. But I did do something this year. I went to Hobby Lobby, and
just once.
and I put on my Christmas up, but then they had everything on 75% off as usual. And I went and I bought snowflakes and winter stuff. I've got to show y'all how pretty it is. It's like a deer, and it said let it snow, and it has I bought icicle trees and snowflakes and all that kind of good stuff from Hobby Lobby, and it looks good. So my house is not Christmas, but it's winter. So what are you teaching about today, darling? He's teaching the teenage class today.
Joshua, wherever they got to the Jordan River and was fixing to cross over into Canaan, promised land that they've been wandering around for a long time. In 40 years, they wandered in the wilderness for 40 years. And I've seen a neat note that said that, because whenever they first went there, the spies come back, 2 gave a good report, the other 10 gave a bad report, so they just wandered in the wilderness for 40 years. Well, if you count the amount of people, according to the Bible, they had around 600,000 people whenever they come out of Egypt. And I'm sure they've grown some, lost some, but they would have, if all of that generation died except for Joshua and Caleb, they had to have had at least 40 deaths a day for all those people to die off that didn't have faith or whatever. Can you imagine having 40 funerals a day?
Wasn't it like 30, 35? What was the age?
I'm not sure.
I remember reading that somewhere.
But they would have had to have like 40 funerals a day for those amount of people to die off in order for the next generation to be grown and whatever in that 40 years. So it's kind of something to think about. And I like how this is a good time of year to move forward and have faith and expect great things from God. And that's kind of what we're going to talk about. Set some goals.
I seen where if y'all know what Brooklyn Tabernacle is, it's a big church there in New York City, and they have a beautiful choir that sings. And anyway, their leader, I think it's one of the choir directors, he said there's a lot of predictions and stuff about New Year's and stuff, but and I don't know what those are, of course. But one thing I do know is that he will be faithful and It was just wonderful. I love Brooklyn Tabernacle. What are they saying now? I seen a comment go by. It made me
Dr.
lose
Susan
my
Flanagan.
train
Dr.
of thought.
Susan Flanagan says Happy New Year from Florida. She's going to make Hoppin' John today. Thanks for all the wonderful videos, and she never misses a episode.
Well, thank you. What was her name?
Dr. Susan Flanagan.
Thank you, Susan. I appreciate that. I love it when people comment. And then y'all's names start being familiar to me. I'm like, oh, and when we'll be talking sometime, I'll say, you remember so and so from YouTube? Yeah. And so we know a lot of y'all. But that Hoppin' John was good. I was really surprised on the comments. Y'all knew what it was, but we didn't. Have you ever heard of it? So I just thought the name was cute. But anyway, well, it looks like people are starting to come in. Look, this is a little church that we are renting, and we're hoping to build pretty soon. And but right now these people that have this church, it's not really being used, and so they're letting us rent it. It'll be 2 years in April, something like that. And it's just a little country church. It's kind of cute. But anyway, well, y'all, we will see y'all next time. We hope you have a wonderful first Sunday of the year. Put God first today, and we'll see y'all next time. Until then, keep looking to the east. Bye.